you heard crying while alone, would you run or stay? Who is still restless beneath this soil? In the mist, who is begging for help? Crying from the dark, do you dare to move forward? In this ruined altar, who is still mourning? The hospital is empty, so who is crying? Number 5, Old Cemetery. People visiting the old cemetery said the crying always came from the smallest graves. Several witnesses noticed the sound was strongest near one old dried-up tree. Strangely, whenever someone walked closer, the crying stopped completely. Some claimed they saw a human-shaped figure sitting quietly on a grave. A few visitors believed the sound was coming from beneath the ground itself. Others said the crying felt personal, as if it was calling out to someone. No one ever heard the sound outside the cemetery gates. Reports showed the crying often started at the same time every night. Sometimes recording devices captured the sound when people heard nothing. By morning, the cemetery was silent again, but the story stayed. Number 4, Misty Forest. Hikers said the crying didn't stay in one place. It drifted through the fog. Several people reported seeing a silent figure standing just off the forest path. Strangely, the crying stopped the moment they stopped walking. Some described the sound as a child crying, lost somewhere in the mist. Others couldn't tell where the sound came from. It felt like it was above them. A few witnesses felt the crying was calling out, as if it knew their names. No one said the figure followed them, only that it watched from a distance. Many reports mentioned the crying started at nearly the same time each night. Sometimes the sound was recorded even when people heard nothing themselves.
Get out.
By morning, the forest was quiet again, but the stories never faded. Number 3, Dark Tunnel. People said the crying didn't come from one direction. It echoed through the entire tunnel. Several witnesses noticed a silent figure standing far ahead, never moving closer. Strangely, the crying seemed to follow their footsteps, stopping when they stopped. Some described the sound as a child crying quietly inside the tunnel. Others believed the crying came from the tunnel walls, not from the air. A few people felt the crying was meant for them, as if it recognized their presence. No one said the figure chased them. It always stayed just out of reach. Witnesses noticed the closer they walked, the quieter quieter the crying became. Some reported the sound only appeared when they looked away from the darkness. By morning, the tunnel was silent again, but no one could explain what they heard. Number 2. Abandoned Old Chapel. Visitors said the crying came from the center of the abandoned prayer hall. Some believed the sound came from the place where people once prayed. Strangely, the crying stopped every time someone got too close. A few people said they saw a silent figure sitting where gatherings once happened. Others felt the crying came from inside the old walls themselves. To some listeners, the sound felt more like a broken prayer than a cry. The sound never came from places that could be entered. No one said the crying followed them. It always stayed behind. Some believed the crying came from the place where words were once spoken. By morning, the place was silent again, but the feeling never fully left. Number 1. Abandoned Hospital. Visitors said the crying echoed through the empty hospital corridors late at night. Some reported hearing the sound coming from rooms that were completely empty.
Help me. Please help me.
Strangely, the crying stopped every time someone reached the doorway. A few people claimed they saw a silent figure sitting on an old hospital bed. Others said the sound often came from behind closed curtains. Some felt the crying was calling out softly, as if trying to be noticed. The sound never came from rooms that could be entered. No one said they were followed, only that they felt watched. Many believed the crying came from the hospital's old children's ward. By morning, the hospital was silent again, leaving only unanswered questions. Is it just the wind or the spirits crying out? What do you think? Share your stories in the comments below. Subscribe for more mysteries. Watch the shadows.